Ever wondered why some videos hold your attention till the very end, even when they're 20 minutes long, while others lose you in just 10 seconds? It's not just editing or luck, it's psychology. Every YouTuber understands something that most creators don't: the human brain. And once you understand how your viewer's brain works, you can design videos that naturally keep people hooked. Not with clickbait, but with science. To understand why some videos glue us to the screen, we first need to understand what's happening inside the viewer's head. Number 1. The hidden battle for attention. The average attention span online today is less than 8 seconds, shorter than that of a goldfish. And yet, some YouTubers make us watch 20-minute videos without even realizing that time has passed. And that's not an accident, that's neurodesign. Every second of a video is a psychological battle between curiosity and boredom. If curiosity wins, viewers stay, but if boredom wins, they click away. High retention creators don't just make videos, they design experiences that constantly trigger the brain's reward system. Think about Mr. Beast. Every few seconds, something happens that gives your brain a little dopamine hit. A new challenge, a countdown, a twist. That's not chaos, it's planned stimulation. But now that you know how much attention matters, let's talk about the most powerful psychological weapon in a creator's arsenal: the curiosity gap. Now here's what most people don't know about the human brain. There's a region called the anterior cingulate cortex, and it lights up like a Christmas tree when you encounter incomplete information. Your brain literally experiences discomfort when there's a gap between what you know and what you want to know. It's the same feeling you get when someone says, "We need to talk," and then doesn't elaborate. That tension? That's the curiosity gap, and creators exploit this ruthlessly. Watch any Mr. Beast video. Within the first 10 seconds, he'll say something like, "I'm about to give away a private island, but first, this person has to survive 100 hours in solitary confinement." Boom! 2 curiosity gaps opened up instantly. You want to know who gets the island, and you want to see if they can actually survive. Your brain won't let you leave until those gaps are closed. But here's how you use this in your videos. At the beginning, promise specific information, but don't deliver it immediately. If your video is about growing on YouTube, don't say, "I'll teach you 5 tips." Say, "There's one strategy that grew my channel faster than everything else combined, and most creators have never heard of it. I'll reveal it at minute 7, but first, you need to understand why it works." You see what happened there? I created a gap. Your brain now needs to know what that strategy is, and that's retention. But here's the critical part. You must close the loop. If you open a curiosity gap and then never deliver, viewers will feel manipulated and they'll never trust you again. Mr. Beast always delivers on his promises. Always. Now, curiosity is powerful, but fear can be even stronger. So let's move on to the next psychological principle: loss aversion. The Nobel Prize-winning psychologist named Daniel Kahneman discovered something fascinating about human behavior. People feel the pain of losing something twice as intensely as the pleasure of gaining something of equal value. That feeling of losing $10 hurts even more than it would feel good to find $10. Smart creators use this psychological quirk constantly. Instead of saying, "Watch till the end to learn something valuable," they say, "Most people will click off before I reveal the biggest mistake at the end, and they'll keep making it forever." Now, the first approach offers a gain, but the second threatens a loss. Which one makes you more likely to stay? The loss every single time. Ryan Trahan does this brilliantly. In his Penny series, he constantly reminds you what's at stake. "If I don't make this trade, I lose everything and have to start over." You keep watching because you don't want to miss the moment he potentially loses it all. That fear of missing the loss keeps you glued to the screen. Now here's your tactical application. Throughout your video, remind viewers what they'll miss if they leave, not in a manipulative way, but genuinely. "In 3 minutes, I'm showing you the exact mistake that tanked my first channel. If you're making this mistake right now, you need to see this." You're not asking them to gain information, you're warning them about losing the opportunity to avoid a costly mistake. Psychologically, that is far more powerful. Now, this next principle is probably the most underutilized strategy on YouTube, and it's called the peak end rule. Now, according to researchers, when people remember an experience, they don't remember the entire thing. They only remember 2 moments: the peak, the most intense or emotional part, and the end. Everything else fades. Now, think about your videos. Most creators start strong, but they end flat. Just like and subscribe. That's a big mistake. If your ending is weak, the viewer remembers your video as average. But if your ending is satisfying, emotional, or surprising, they remember it as amazing. The best YouTubers design their endings first. They know exactly what emotion they want the viewer to feel when it's over. Mr. Beast ends with a big reward or heartwarming moment. So ask yourself, what's the peak of my video? What's the moment that viewers will talk about? And how can I end on emotion, not instruction? Well, that's the difference between videos that people watch and videos people remember. But now that we've talked about memories, let's go a bit deeper into what actually keeps the brain engaged in the moment. The brain's reward system. Your viewer's brain releases dopamine every time they experience something new, surprising, or emotionally rewarding. That dopamine hit is literally what keeps them watching. But here's the trick. It's not the reward itself that keeps them hooked. It's the anticipation of the reward itself. That's why cliffhangers work so well. That's why pacing, alternating between tension and release, matters more than just fast editing. When a viewer expects something good to happen, their brain stays locked in. You can use this by designing your video like a dopamine rhythm. Every 20 to 30 seconds, give a mini reward, a visual change, a joke, a reveal, or maybe a quick payoff. You're not manipulating the viewer, you're simply understanding their neural rhythm. And the creators who respect that rhythm win retention. But now that we've explored what happens inside the viewer's brain, let's talk about how big creators use these ideas every single day, often without even realizing it. Mr. Beast doesn't have a psychology degree, but he understands human behavior better than most professors. He's built an empire by intuitively applying these principles: curiosity gaps, anticipation loops, loss aversion, and emotional peaks. Every thumbnail, every challenge, every single sentence, it's all tested for psychological grit. And that's why big creators grow exponentially. They're not chasing tips like use better titles or upload more. They're mastering the why behind the what. That's what separates professionals from beginners. So if you really want to grow on YouTube, stop chasing the quick hacks and start studying how humans think. Because YouTube's algorithm doesn't care about your niche, it cares about human behavior. And once you understand the brain, you understand the algorithm. Now let's go ahead and piece everything together so you know exactly how to apply this in your next upload. Open up with some curiosity. Start with a question or mystery that your viewer needs answered. Don't give it away instantly. Maintain stakes with loss aversion. Make viewers feel that leaving means missing something valuable, whether it's a reveal or a lesson. Design for peaks and endings. Plan one emotional high and one strong ending. Leave viewers satisfied or surprised. Feed dopamine, don't drain it. Keep things visually and emotionally dynamic. Change scenes, pace, or tone regularly. When you combine all of these, your attention graph will stop dipping. It'll look more like a story curve instead of a cliff. Because ultimately, retention isn't just about editing faster or adding flashy effects. It's about building a psychological journey that feels rewarding from start to finish. But now that we've seen just how to put all these pieces together, let's go ahead and talk about what really matters. The strategic takeaway. Now, if there's one message I want you to take from this video, it's this. Don't just learn tactics, learn psychology. Anyone can copy a YouTuber's format or style, but when you understand why things work, you can create your own viral formula. That's how the best channels grow, not by luck, but by strategy. And the deeper your understanding of human behavior, the easier it becomes to engineer engagement that feels natural. So next time you sit down to plan a video, don't just think, what will I make? Ask, what emotion do I want my viewer to feel? That one question changes everything. And now that you know the psychology behind high retention videos, go watch your last upload and analyze it with this lens. Where did curiosity fade? Where did the stakes drop? And how strong was your ending? Apply these insights and your next video won't just get views, it'll hold them. And remember, smart creators don't chase trends, they understand the mind behind them.